What's up, everybody? It's Will here from How to Study Korean with my wife Siggy.
Hi everyone.
My wife Siggy does all of the recording for all of the audio on How to Study Korean, and I'm the person who sort of writes all the explanations. And we have a lot of fans, and we get a lot of emails asking us random questions all the time. And one of the things people ask us is like, how do we speak with each other? And do you speak in English? Do you speak in Korean? And they often just want to like hear like us actually speak to each other. And we thought we would make like these little videos with us talking with each other about something. Uh, but what should we talk about? So I thought it'd be kind of cool for each time we do this, we have a word, kind of like a word of the day that we talk about, and we sort of get Sugi to think about her thoughts about the word, and maybe create some sentences for us on the spot. What do you think about that, Siggy?
재밌을 것 같아요.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be kind of fun. I don't really know. We're actually both kind of nervous because I record my voice a lot for YouTube videos, and Siggy records her voice a lot for individual words and sentences on for the website. But we don't really ever record our like
Well, am
our
I speaking in 존댓말? 아니면 반말?
what to me. Obviously, you have to use 반말.
아하.
Obviously, you're gonna speak 존댓말 to me.
It's just the people.
You're gonna speak to the people. No, I want you to think that you're speaking to me. The funny thing is, everybody is we don't like. Sugi, she said she wanted a script, but I don't know. I don't really feel like ever creating scripts. I want you guys to get a feel for sort of the way we normally talk with each other. So obviously, you have to use 반말 with me.
음.
She does. She never would use 존댓말 with me.
그치.
Sometimes you do.
반말이 그치.
What do you use when you speak to our girls? You don't use 존댓말. Well, sometimes you do.
장난칠 때만.
Well, the thing is, like, our oldest daughter is 4. She's about to turn 5, and her Korean is really good. It's actually probably better than her English, even though her English is also really good. And now that she's 4, she's just or about to be 5. She's kind of just learning about the difference between 존댓말 and 반말. Wouldn't you say?
음.
I don't even know,
맞아.
like, how do you even teach 존댓말 to a kid?
근데 자연스럽게 배우더라고.
Like, what do you mean?
그냥 어느 선생님한테는 존댓말 쓰고 엄마 아빠한테는 반말 쓰고 근데 가끔 섞어서 쓰지.
When you're younger, and then like
잘
at some
모르니까.
point when you're like getting older, like do you like get in trouble for like if you're 7 years old and you use 반말 and you should use 존댓말 with your teacher? Do they kind of like get mad at you?
7살이면 존댓말 써야지 반말 쓰면 안 되지.
Like 한국 나이 7살 or like Western age 7.
Oh, Western age 7, you should speak in 존댓말.
But Ellie's gonna be Western age 5 in a month or so. So I mean she should really start learning some 존댓말.
맞아. 그래서 가르쳐줘야 돼, 실은 존댓말 쓰는 법을.
I
왜냐면
hear
학교에서
she
존댓말
says
쓸
it
기회가
sometimes.
없으니까.
She says it sometimes.
예를 들어서 엘리랑 제일 친한 친구는 나한테 말할 때 항상 존댓말로 한단 말이야.
Oh yes, it's so funny. I actually had this word that I wanted to talk about today, and I didn't even like. That's the thing about doing this with your wife is we like to chat with each other all the time. Don't you think?
맞아. 존댓말 이제 존댓말 가르쳐줘야 돼, 맞아.
Yeah, but anyways, the whole point of this and the other that like I find the fans of our website. One of the things that I've heard that they like about it is I go off on all these tangents, and I've already gone on my first tangent here. I had a plan to talk about this one word, and we're going off on some tangent about whether we should use 반말 or 존댓말. What do you think about that?
그러게.
You could also speak English to me. It doesn't really matter.
Okay, I talk anything I will be comfortable.
나도 한국어로 해도 되고.
알았어.
I wanted to talk about this word because I was on the subway with you a couple days ago,
아,
and
여유.
it was so cool. Like one of the new things that I've seen recently on taking the subway in Korea is
And bus.
and the buses too. Before you get on the buses, that's right. Like when you're on the subway, there'll be 9. Like it's a big long train, and there's like 9 different compartments, or I don't know what you describe them. Like 9 different. In Korean, it's called a kan, right? Like there's 9 kan.
칸.
Kan. I don't even know what it's called in English. Like 9 different, like,
Train.
but it's not trains. Like there's not 9 trains. There's
But
like
isn't that
9
how you
kan.
call it?
We'd call it like.
칸.
That's one of the crazy things that like the whole purpose of
한 칸,
this.
두 칸. 그러네.
That's one of the cool things about speaking both English and Korean with each other is Like sometimes I don't know how to express something in English, so I have to use Korean. Like in that situation, like I'm talking about the different compartments of a train, and like the only way I know to say it is like the nine cans, but like
어, 그치.
sections of a train. Like it's not nine different trains; it's like nine sections.
근데 보통은 한국은 이제 문마다 앞에 숫자가
칸.
있어서 뭐 1-2칸에서 만나,
Right.
1-2에서 만나 이런 식으로 말한단 말이야.
But the yeah, I guess so. Or like il kan that refers to like the one at the very front,
뭐 그거는 1-1에서 만나.
right? Because
보통 얘기할 때는 친구들이랑.
when you get on the subway, there's like in each kan there's usually four doors, and in Seoul at least you can get on like if you're getting on the first kan you can get on 1-1 or 1-2 or 1-3 or 1-4, and then the next one would be the second kan would be 2-1 2 so anyways I'm getting on another tangent here. What's crazy about it is like if you're let's say you're on the 8th kan and it's like super busy on the 8th kan
칸!
just making fun of my pronunciation of kan
칸!
Kan. 8th Kan. But
Kan.
it's not the double K. It's just the one. It's not the double
It's
K.
K-A-N.
Yeah,
칸.
Kan. Not
Yes,
the
not 간.
Kan.
It's 칸.
Not when if you're on the 8th Kan,
맞아.
if you're on the 8th Kan, it might be really busy. Like there might be a ton of people, and
보통 6이 제일 바쁘지. 6에
Like,
사람이 제일 많지.
in the middle it's like super busy. But at the ends, it's like people don't want to walk on the platform all the way to the end. So usually if you go like to the end of the train, it's a little bit busier. But anyways, let's say you're on the 8th kan and like you're like, oh, it's so busy here. There's actually like on the screen it'll tell you from 1 to 9 like what kan is the most busy and what kan is the least busy. And if they wanted to indicate that it was the least busy, what would they say?
리스트 비지는 여유.
Yayu. It's kind of like a word, and it's one of these other words that you can't really describe kind of the meaning of it. Like, what would you say yayu means in English?
여유지. Plenty of room.
But it doesn't necessarily mean plenty of room. It could be like if you're asking about like money, and you might say like, oh, like, and like if somebody says, do you have enough money? You'd be like, oh, yayu 좀 있어?
Yeah, that means you have money. I think 여유 means you have room for something.
Like room for something. It could be
Yeah.
something physical, or it could be like if I asked you, and I'm putting you on the spot here, if I asked you to define yayu in Korean, what would you say? Like, were you
시간적 여유.
시간 여유도
시간적
있고
여유, 시간 여유 있고.
공간 여유도 있을 수
공간
있고
여유가 있을 돈 여유 있을 수도 있고. 그치?
something about like you have space or flexibility with
맞아,
something.
맞아.
But what's interesting about that is like in English, like okay, flexibility of something, but that like I feel like that's what the definition would be.
그치.
But if you look at the kan on the train and look at to see which one's the least busy and the most busy, the least busy one would say yayu. And like if you looked at that, you'd be like, oh, flexible, like what doesn't really mean what it means in English and Korean. If it was a little bit busier and somewhat busy, what would it say on the thing?
헷갈리는데 확실히 사람이 많으면 혼잡이라고.
혼잡 if it's the most busy. What about if it's like somewhat busy? Probably 보통.
보통 적정.
Probably 보통. Actually, I took a picture of it, and they were all yayu. So I think it says 보통. 보통 kind of just means like average
보통.
or like
보통이겠다.
regular amount. And then 혼잡 is kind of like
busy.
or like it's almost like it's not really busy, like the same meaning as in English, but
But it's
being
like
busy.
no seat.
It's
I would
like-
say no seat to sit.
Like a lot of people type of thing.
자리가
맞아.
없으면 혼잡이라고 뜨지 보통.
그치. And it's also interesting, like these days, if you take the bus, like on the sign before you get on the bus, even before you get on the bus, like it'll say, like as the bus is coming, what bus is gonna be, yayu or 보통 or 혼잡, and I don't even know how they know that information. I guess it's based on
버스
카드-
탈 때 카드 찍고 타니까. 그리고 보통 근데 색깔로도 알 수 있어. 글자 몰라도 보통 여유는 초록색.
보통은 초록색이고,
여유가
여유는
파란색.
파란색이고,
그다음에
그리고 혼잡은
사람이 많으면 빨간색.
빨간색이겠지.
맞아.
그치?
서울 버스는 그래.
I don't know. I always find the word yayu pretty interesting, and I hope this helps you kind of understand if you're going to take the bus and or subway in Korea or in Seoul. It gives you the understanding of 보통 and 혼잡 and
맞아.
야-
유튜브도 우리가 여유가 생겨서 할 수 있는 거야. 왜냐면 이제 애들이 데이케어 다니니까. 그것도 여유.
아, 그래?
음.
그렇구나. 알았어. Well, I hope you enjoyed our little chat. We hope to do this every couple of days and talk about a new word and a new topic. What do you think, Siggy? Fun?
다음엔 더 잘할 수 있을 것 같아.
알았어. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.